These guys are taking the start route, which goes through the grass. The 4 car is out front right now. Whoa, we're seeing lots of contact. Brad Haldane is around. Jordan Whiting taking the lead at the moment. Everybody else shuffling around behind him. Brad Haldane stuck all the way back here, still has not turned around. Jordan Whiting still going out front. Tim Trowbridge P2. Gregory Shaw looks like he's having a little bit of a battle here between himself and Tim Henderson.
Yeah, we're going to slide through this real tight left-hand hairpin here. Tim Henderson still to the inside. A little bit of contact there, putting Greg Scholl near the grass. They're both going to take that jump aggressively. It looks like Jordan Whiting's getting under the heat. We got contact here for P3. Jordan Whiting's got a challenger of Trowbridge to the outside of him.
Trowbridge looking very strong at the moment. We got all the top 4 cars right now under a blanket. All these guys jockeying for position as the 45 is still holding very strong against the 20 of Tim Henderson, and Tim Trowbridge still on his quest to track down Jordan Whiting and take over that P1 position. Tim Trowbridge still looking very strong on the inside. Oh, we saw a lot of wall contact by the 20 truck right there. Not what he needed to try and contend with Gregory Shaw as he hits the wall once again. It might be over for this 20 truck in the heat. We still got lots of laps to go, though. Tim Trowbridge all over the rear bumper of Jordan Whiting coming down the back straightaway. He might make a move here.
Oh, contact is made. They're sideways. They both save it. Incredible. Jordan Whiting saved that machine from going sideways. That's going to open the door for Gregory Shaw. He's all over the rear bumper of Trowbridge now. He's looking at the outside. Big slider here. Trowbridge going to defend middle of the track. And the battle for P2 rages on as we get to the start of lap 5. Still battling here for the lead.
Jordan Whiting still out front leading this race in that 4 truck. Coming under attack by Tim Trowbridge. Tim has decreased that lead by over 0.4 of a second now. He's looking to the inside of the 4 truck. Coming across the start-finish line. He does lead that lap. A new leader right now. The 74 truck coming through turns 1 and 2. This 74 still has a nose on the 4. And the 4's leaning on his door. It's not going to be enough. This 74 car, your new leader. Gregory Shaw continued to be hounded by the lap down cars behind him of Brad Haldane and Tim Henderson. Brad Haldane putting on a great show right now, trying to stay in front of the 20, but not try to screw up the 45's race as they go side by side now going into the final corner. A little contact is made, and the 113 of Brad Haldane gets the best of it. The 45 taking a real high line right now. Gregory Shaw losing those 2 positions to the lap down car, and he's going to be losing a lot of time to Jordan Whiting. A little bit of contact there between himself and Tim Henderson. That's what Brad needed. Brad now in that P5 position, looking to hold on to it.
But back to your leader. Here is Tim Trowbridge. What an amazing race. He is going to go down towards the back straightaway here for the final time. Had to earn this one. Had to drive through the field. Had to take advantage of Jordan Whiting. He's going to go through the final left-hander. Then he's going to come back across, get to the final right-hander, and take heat race number 1. He's going to run real wide here off the left-hander into the right-hander here for the final time. Tim Trowbridge is going to take the heat race here tonight at Crandon.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. They are all lined up, ready to get the green flag as the numbers, as the green goes out in the air. The 93 of Javon Thompson, he gets an early start. He might get penalized for that. He gets contact with the 74. The 74 goes straight, but not a good look for Tim Trowbridge as he's already starting all the way in the back. When he's just going around the outside. Brad Haldane's around as well. Tim Henderson is sitting there battling with the 74. How do you know what's happening? The 4 cars are around. He's hitting the wall. He's hitting the poles. Everything but the pace truck out there. Gregory Shaw is leading this race at the moment. Steven Down in P2.
Wow, that could have been the most unpredictable start ever. Everybody had trouble except for Gregory Shaw, and he is checking out on these boys. He's way out ahead. Over a second and a half ahead of second place Steven Down. But here comes Tim Henderson. He is on the charge. He survived turn on as he gets contact from Tim Trowbridge. They save it. We're going to go door by door. Oh, Henderson on his 2 left side tires. They both still save it as they battle for P2.
Tim Henderson holding very strong on the P3. Tim Trowbridge trying to take over that position at the moment. But I'll tell you what, Stephen Downton, he's doing a great job in P2, holding on to that position as Gregory Shaw opens up a 2-second lead to Stephen Downton at the moment. These two drivers are just duking it out coming down the back straightaway. Tim Trowbridge taking the high line. Tim Henderson taking the low line. Let's see if which one plays out better, as now Tim Trowbridge loses a lot of ground to the 20 truck going into the final corner now.
Losing a lot of time here. Him and Trowbridge make contact. That's a battle for P3 as Tim Henderson's looking to check away from these boys.
Down on the way outside, hitting the jumps on there. Oh, they're making contact. The 74 and the 09. The 09 is way out in the boonies. The Appalachians is coming alive tonight. The 74 is taking advantage. Still in the P4. And look at that. Stephen Downton still out on the racetrack trying to contend for that P4 position. Tim Henderson, though, Tim Trowbridge trying to run down. What's going on here? Oh, my grid's all messed up. It doesn't matter, though. Tim Trowbridge knows what he needs to do with the Ford truck of Jordan Whiting now, coming out the first few corners. Going into the final corner now. Tim shows that deep on the inside. They're side by side now, coming through the final corner and across the start-finish line. We're side by side again now, coming into turn 1.
We are door to door, wheel to wheel, coming off of turn 1. They're still side by side. Look at the 4 to the inside, the 74 to the outside. They're nearly making contact. They're going to continue to run side by side, slide it up through here. Contact is made. Oh, Whiting and Trowbridge, he saves it. What a move. This looks like Whiting's got the preferred line. He's looking to maintain this P3. Trowbridge is going to send it in on the outside. Can he get a great run off this corner? As he got the 4 of Whiting and tries to throw a little bit of a block as we're going to continue side-by-side racing, door-to-door.
Coming through the final corner now, a little bit of contact made through that jump. It doesn't phase the 74. They're still side-by-side now. Coming across the start-finish line, these guys are all over each other. Tim's got the preferred lane now, going into corner 1 and on the exit of corner 2. They're still making contact. These two guys are just glued. You can't keep them off of each other as Tim Trowbridge holds on to that P4 position. He's trying to get that P3. They got a truck right in the middle of the way. What's going on here? Tim Trowbridge now finds himself. That's your freaking leader. And Tim Trowbridge now in a P2.
Yeah, as they continue, we got 6 laps to go. As you can see, there was Tim Henderson, 3.5. He took another 0.5 of a second off this lead from Tim Henderson. Can he run him down? This is the mission for Tim Trowbridge, putting together the best, quickest laps he can. As you see, that gap is ever so shrinking to the leader, Tim Henderson. This 74 is a fly-in right now. Does he have enough rocket ship left underneath him to get this lead late in this race over your leader, Tim Henderson?
Coming across start-finish line now, Tim Henderson of 44.2, Tim Trowbridge of 43.9. That's 3/10. He's got to find a little bit more, though. Tim Henderson, again, he's just going to have to make a mistake for Tim Trowbridge to get up there. There's not enough time here, Jay. Tim Trowbridge is looking for a miracle.
He's got a half a lap to go. Just no mistakes for Tim Henderson, and he will be a back-to-back winner here in the Pro 4 trucks. Here in the fun around and find out. He's going to get a lot of aerial action here through this turn. He's going to slide through here, run in this preferred line, right up there in the sticky stuff. He's losing some time here to Tim Trowbridge. Can he hang on? He's going to go through the final right-hander now, coming to get the checker flag. It's going to be Tim Henderson. Back-to-back in the fun around and find out here at Crandon.
The race winner tonight at Crandon in the jumpy trucks, your number 20, your iRacing flag pink, black, and pink car, Stacy Strong. Tim Henderson, congratulations.
Man, how is it going, guys? How's it going?
Oh man, you know what? I'm having the time of my life right now, baby. What about you?
I am wonderful. I'm ecstatic. That was an awesome race. Awesome race.
Back-to-back race winner here. The first one of the season, the back-to-back winner, Tim Henderson. Tim, what is going through your head right now? You saw that Tim Trowbridge behind you in that 74 machine was catching you a little bit there for the past 6 laps. What was going through your head there to try and keep yourself out front?
I was just trying to manage the gap. I knew he was going to come if I ended up trying too hard. If I drove the car too hard, he was going to catch me. So I just tried to manage the gap, and then I had to change the setup completely. I didn't like the Crandon setup, so I went back to Wild West setup that I had, and it got the job done.
Wow, using a Wild West setup here at Crandon, it works. Obviously it does. Tim Henderson coming out here and putting down the spanking on these kids. Well, congratulations again for me. Hey, Jay, that's all I got for Tim here. What do you got?
I got a couple questions. What are we doing with your fuel man for next week? Is he getting fired, or are we getting a new fuel
he's
man?
Fired. Immediately fired.
Canned.
He's not even celebrating with it.
Throw a McDonald's application at that man, because he ain't allowed to show back up.
Alrighty, and then my final question. I mean, back-to-back wins. How does it feel to do that and be a part of this series and kind of just taking off and getting it figured out right away? And then who do you have to thank for your incredible performance tonight?
It's awesome to be able to just win a race, let alone having it be a repeat win. It's nothing like it. I got to thank Martin Sports, the rest of everyone on the he I don't remember everyone. I got to thank the guys at G-Force, Dallas. I got to thank Josh. He hasn't been around, and George helping me out. I want to thank you guys. I want to thank SK for putting on the show.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for those kind words there, Tim. We all appreciate it. Congratulations on your win once again, and we hope to see you in the next one.